Are these the best value for money focal speakers you can get at the moment? Stay tuned. Introduced in 2019, Slate Fiber became Focal's newest release, made out of non-woven carbon fiber materials. These share properties in things like the automotive and aerospace industry. Slate Fiber became Focal's answer to high-performance sound quality at a very good price point with an eco-conscious background. These speakers were first launched in Focal's Cora home speaker range, then brought to Vestia and Thiever home lines in 2023. Now in the market, they belong in the car audio range, and the range comprises of a 6.5-inch coaxial speaker and a 6.5-inch component speaker. These speakers are made in Focal's own factory in France in Saint-Étienne, where they can completely control the quantity, the quality, the sound tuning and performance of every speaker that leaves the production line. Key challenges in the development of these Slate Fiber Series speakers were to get the even distribution of the non-woven carbon fiber around the speaker cone so that we would get the correct behavior at all different frequencies and ensure the most accurate sound possible. Unlike a lot of high-end audio systems that require the perfect environment and accessories to perform really well, these Slate Fiber Series sound extremely neutral, accurate and amazing straight out of the box. If we take notes from the science of the speaker or its parametrics, what we know is that these perform really well at that mid-bass level. So if you have a car where you either don't want to have a sub or you have a small sub, these are going to give you that mid-bass to fill in the gap and perform really well to deliver a nice balanced sound. So both these speakers have an RMS of 80 watts and a peak of 160 watts with a sensitivity of 91 dB and a frequency range of 60 to 21,000 Hertz. What this means in a nutshell is that they have a really good RMS rating to strap onto something like a small amplifier. The sensitivity means that it is extremely efficient. A lot of speakers hover around that low 80s sensitivity, whereas these speakers are made and engineered to perform really well off even a small amplifier. And the frequency range shows that they perform really well from that mid-bass range all the way to the high ends of that treble. The 6.5-inch coaxial from the Slate Fiber Series uses an inbuilt tweeter using Focal's signature inverted tweeter dome technology. These speakers are incredible. The weight and build quality of them need to be felt to be believed. Both speakers come with grills in the coaxial or components, or you can use them without them. The 6.5-inch component set of speakers comes with a woofer with a phase plug in the center, crossovers, tweeters, and tweeter cups to make your installation as easy as possible. The cool thing about the Slate Fiber Series that most people overlook is the crossovers. So the crossovers can be mounted in two ways, one of them being together using their inbuilt ridges, or if you find that your application requires you to have one crossover in the door for the woofer and one crossover in the dash for the tweeter. These guys are also bi-ampable, so you can run them off two different amplifiers. If your woofer requires a more powerful amplifier and your tweeters less, you can also do that with no problems at all. If we take a look at the crossover for the woofer, it is in a fixed position, meaning that you cannot change the output given to it, which in most cases is fine. And if you do need to change it, all you can do is use your head unit and change the EQ level from there. However, if we take a look at the tweeter crossover, what you'll find is a level adjustment. Can either be set to 0, +3 or -3. This is extremely handy because in a lot of cars, what you'll find is tweeters are mounted in different positions, locations, and angles, and they could even be behind things like grills. So what you can do is set it at 0 to begin with, see if you like the sound. If you do find it too harsh, what you can do is move it down to -3, and that'll just drop the level of tweeter a little bit to match the woofer. Alternatively, if your tweeter is far away from you, covered by a grill or things like that, what you might find is to bump it up to +3. This will give the tweeter just a bump up a little bit in sound and give you that sound to balance out with the woofer. If we take a look at Focal's slate fiber tweeters, what we'll find is a magnesium and aluminium compound, which is going to give the tweeters that nice warmth but real sharp image at that high level frequency. To make things even easier when mounting these tweeters, Focal have included a pair of cup mounts. These guys are awesome to use to mount either on the dash or on the pillars to allow for that better sound stage and listening experience for these speakers. To unlock a new level of sound in your Focal Slate Fiber Series speakers, I 100% recommend using a Focal Impulse amplifier. These guys are a 4-channel amp and they will run these in the front and those in the back and make your sound system go from here all the way up to there. So when you think Slate Fiber, think sustainable, affordable, and high performance like nothing else out there.